As I was scrolling on TikTok, there was this one video that really caught my attention. It was Senator Bam Aquino questioning a contractor in Bulacan named Bryce about substandard projects. And when Bryce answered yes, I froze. Because that one simple word hit me hard. It wasn't just a yes, it was a confession. A painful truth that we, ordinary Filipinos, had been living with for years. Because that yes represented every unfinished road, every cracked buildings like hospitals and classrooms, and every bridge that never reached the other side. It really showed the reality of what we call substandard infrastructure. A project that looked promising at first but ended up forgotten halfway. And that's where my stand begins. In my own community, this unfinished road above our house, from Lupa to Mula, it's been here for years, half done, covered by grass and mud. So imagine, they started this road in the early 2000s, and until now, it's still not finished. And this road was supposed to make life easier for residents and students walking to school, but instead, it became a daily struggle. Because every time it rains, it floods, and there's no canal. So the students have to walk through muddy water just to reach school safely. This is what substandard infrastructure means to me. Not just failed projects, but failed responsibilities. It's about people suffering because of promises that were never kept. But you know what hurts more? Some projects don't even exist at all. Let's talk about ghost project control. Those that only exist on papers. They get approved, the funds are released, but nothing is ever built. Then when the rainy season comes, families lose their homes, children can't go to school, and the entire communities drown, not just in flood water, but in betrayal. Because almost every time I open my social media, there's always a post or a clip about floods, showing places drowned in water, houses destroyed, and sometimes even lives lost. Not just people who is drowned, but children too. It's heartbreaking, and you can't help but wonder, wasn't there supposed a flood control project in that area? So how many times do we have to hear about billions of pesos spent, yet we see nothing in return? It's really so frustrating because while some people are busy signing papers and taking pictures during ribbon cuttings, ordinary citizens are left cleaning mud from their floors and rebuilding their lives. And then we ask, where does the money go? That question leads us to another issue: higher taxes among Filipino workers and consumers. Every day we pay. When we buy food, when we ride transportation, when we earn our salaries, when we pay our shares, believing that our money will be used for development, for infrastructures, for better lives. But what happens when that hard-earned money goes to ghost projects and substandard infrastructures? We work hard, we pay honestly, and yet we get so little in return. It feels really unfair, right? Because those who are trying to survive, the workers, the small business owners, the students, are the ones carrying the biggest burden. Even though I don't have work yet since I just turned 18, I know I've already been part of paying taxes. From every little thing I buy, from daily expenses, these three issues, ghost projects, substandard infrastructure, and higher taxes, are all connected by one thing: corruptions and lack of accountability. If only leaders were transparent, if only projects were monitored properly, if only every peso was spent for its real purpose, maybe we wouldn't be facing the same problems again and again. But I still believe change is possible. For me, the first step is just transparency. The government should provide clear reports about where our taxes go, how projects are progressing. There should be public monitoring. not just during the groundbreaking, but until the project is truly completed. The second one, accountability. Those responsible for failed or ghost projects must be held accountable. Public service is not a business, it's a duty to the people. I know here in Philippines, hina kayo at balaod, or lost is a week. So I already know what usually happen to those corrupt people. But at least, make someone face justice. Make the punishment heavy. Because corruption here doesn't just start at the top. It starts small. Even from barangays. And it grows worse as you go higher in position. And third, community involvement. We, the citizens, should not stay silent. Let's observe, report, and speak up when something feels wrong. Because silence is what allows corruption to grow. I know it's easy to feel hopeless, to think nothing will ever change. But I believe that hope is stronger when it comes from ordinary people who care. Even in forgotten roads like ours, there are still stories of resilience. Even in floods, Filipinos find a ways to smile, to help, and to believe. And that's my silver lining, that the Filipino spirit never gives up. We deserve infrastructures that last. We deserve projects that are real. We deserve a government that values every peso we work hard for. True progress is not measured by the number of projects started, but by the quality, honesty, and heart behind each one. Someday, I hope to walk on this finished road in Mulao. Not just a path of cement, but as a symbol that change is truly possible. When people start to care and when leaders finally start to listen. Thank you.